Welcome back, it's Nan, and today we have a big video for you guys. Today we're talking about God of War Ragnarok, Resident Evil 8, Days Gone, and lastly we'll be discussing how the PS5 is filling warehouses, getting ready to ship to all of us. I want to thank you guys all for hitting 3,000 subscribers. I really appreciate you guys subbing and watching. It's like my thanks to you, to all of you who have been watching me since day one, and even to the new people who have joined along the road. Now, if you haven't subscribed already, please hit that subscribe button, hit that notification bell to get notified about all my upcoming videos, and hit the like button. It helps the channel a ton. Now, let's get right into this, and we're going to start with God of War Ragnarok. This comes from WCCFtech.com, and it's titled God of War Ragnarok PS5 is GOTY 2021 material. Dev boasts. Team working on something special and crazy. So this isn't something to be surprised by. We know that, they won a lot of awards when it came to God of War. I guess God of War 4 is what we would call it. And so this doesn't surprise me that they are working on something incredible and have, built up so much momentum and energy from the success of the God of War 4 that now they're ready to really blow us away with God of War Ragnarok. So the game tester and UI designer at Sony Santa Monica Studio, Sammy, has now turned up the hype even more, saying that the Ragnarok team is working on something special and crazy, and that fans should get ready for next year's Game of the Year. Now this is bold, right? He's saying playing God of War 2018 feels surreal now. Back then, I never ever thought I would be in a game development in any form. We're working on something special and crazy. It's time to get ready for GOTY 2021. And this is what he put out over on Twitter. So, guys, this is what it is, right? We know that, they're working hard. We know what they are capable of. We know that they were very successful with God of War 4, that they basically reinvigorated the God of War franchise. Not to say that it didn't have hype before, but now it's gone to a whole new level. Like, the amount of hype behind God of War now is way beyond what it ever has been. So, super exciting time, and I think that, they got a good project going here, and I wouldn't be surprised if it was GOTY 2021 quality, because, well, it's an exceptional franchise, it's an exceptional studio, and it's likely to be an exceptional game. But I guess we'll see what happens in 2021. I know there are skeptics out there of this game even releasing in 2021, but let's wait. Let's see what happens. I think there's likely a chance it'll be out in 2021. Now, on to our next topic, and this is all about Resident Evil 8. This comes from GamesRadar.com, and it's titled Resident Evil 8 supports 4K ray tracing with adaptive triggers on PS5. So this article is based on stuff that's seen on PlayStation.com, right off the PlayStation Store. And under PS5 features, it says, explore Resident Evil Village's beautiful yet terrifying vistas and locales in 4K with ray tracing, fast loading, instantly pick up right where you left off with almost no load times thanks to the power of the PS5 console's ultra-high-speed SSD, adaptive triggers, haptic feedbacks, Tempest 3D audio tech on compatible headphones. So this is all that's being highlighted over on their PS Store. So I imagine that this is all definitely guaranteed within, because it wouldn't make sense for them to be hyping up, these features that aren't in there. So I guess I would take this as a confirmation. I'd be surprised if this was withdrawn. It's likely the exact features that are going to be featured in Resident Evil 8. So very exciting time that we're going to see all sorts of, new features make their way into these games, right? Like that haptic feedback, the adaptive triggers. These are big things. Ray tracing is a nice thing to see as well. Although not necessary, it still is a very nice thing to see on video games. Whatever game it is always makes a difference. It always looks better. So I think it's a welcomed, addition to Resident Evil 8. And I'm sure a lot of people will appreciate that. Now, on to our next topic, and this isn't exactly a huge one, but as a Days Gone fan, for me, I think I want to give this the spotlight it deserves. Now, this comes from PSU.com, and it's titled, Days Gone on PS5 will run in dynamic 4K at up to 60 FPS. So Sony Bend has announced that Days Gone will run in dynamic 4K at up to 60 FPS on PS5 when you boot the game up via backwards compatibility. So here's the thing. And I know that the first thought's going to be, well, how is it possible, right, that Days Gone is only running at dynamic 4K? But I think what it is and I'm noticing this trend across, even on the Series X, right, which people argue is so much more powerful. A lot of games from last gen are running at dynamic 4K 60 FPS. This isn't a PlayStation specific thing. I think we're going to see this across the board. 4K 60 is not the easiest thing to run, guys, and I think a lot of people, don't understand just how hardware intensive that is, right? Like if you own a PC, right, and you got these very powerful GPUs, even they struggle to run at 4K 60 on some of these games that are absolutely beautiful, right? Like, I don't know if you guys have all played Days Gone, but if you see those hordes, imagine all those different AI on screen. On top of that, you know, you got a beautiful world, and you want to run that at 4K 60 FPS. It's not that simple. So the dynamic 4K doesn't surprise me too much, and I think we're going to see that, you know, across the board when it comes to Series X, when it comes to the PS5 as well. And it's just something that we got to live with, right? I'm not saying there won't be 4K 60 games. I'm saying that, you know, seeing backwards compatible titles only hit 4K, dynamic 4K 60 should not come as a shock. We are not going to see for sure like 100% games running at pure native 4K 60 FPS without any hiccups. That's just not going to happen. So overall, this is very exciting news for me. I can't wait to revisit this game. I really did enjoy it. So a new game plus mode, you know, run through with this game would be a lot of fun. I probably will end up doing that. I don't know for sure, depending on how many games we have to play, as wow, November is going to be a busy one. Now on to our last topic, guys, and this is all about the PlayStation 5. This comes from PSU.com, and it's titled, "The PS5 is filling warehouses as console launch looms." And we know it's next week, Thursday, for us in North America. It is very soon, you know, just over 7 days, and we're getting there. We're getting there, and I can't wait to get a hold of my PS5 to really finally see what all the hype is, see what, you know, this console has to offer. So I'm really excited about that. But basically, there's a video that's circulating, and it just shows these warehouses just packed with PS5, just like stacks of PS5s all over the place. So we know that they're getting ready to ship these out. Now, speaking of shipping out, I'm kind of worried about getting mine on day one. I don't know. I rely on Canada Post, and to be honest, they're not the most reliable in terms of getting you your packages on time. So I don't know if I will get it day one. I really hope so, because I'm really looking forward to it, and I have a lot of plans for us on this channel for the PS5 when it does drop. But again, we'll see what happens, guys. I'm just keeping my fingers crossed. Hopefully, I do get it on November 12th. Now, that's all I have for you guys today. I think the biggest thing here is God of War Ragnarok. And I do want to ask you guys what you think of God of War Ragnarok. There's a lot of hype being thrown around about this game. Do you think there's a reason to get hype, or do you feel like we need to see more? How do you feel about Resident Evil 8 having ray tracing and having 4K support with adaptive triggers and haptic feedback support? It's exciting to see that for myself. I'm curious what you guys think. What do you think of Days Gone being dynamic 4K 60? Is that a problem for you, or do you think that makes sense to see a dynamic 4K 60 on a game like this? And lastly, how excited are you for your PS5 to come in? If you did get a hold of a pre-order, it's coming soon. So I'm excited to see how you guys all respond to it, and of course myself as well. Let me know in the comments. And as always, if you haven't subscribed already, please hit that subscribe button, hit that notification bell to get notified about all my upcoming videos. Hit the like button, it helps the channel a ton. You can follow me on Twitter, link will be in the description, and share this video with a friend. I will talk to you all on the next one. Take care.